What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Dahlia. I'm Dahlia, and today I have for you the Daily 8. So, I have I have 8 points to talk about. But I figured rather than me standing here talking to you or sitting in my recording room, which is like the cat's room, in front of a blank wall and just talking at you like nothing's happening, I figured I would do my makeup because I gotta do my makeup anyway, and that would be more entertaining for you. So that's where I am today, in the bedroom, as you can see. So first of all, I want to start with number 1, which is the race riots right now. I really want to say that I'm so sorry about George Floyd's death and about all of their deaths and about all of the difficulties that the Black community is facing right now. And I really want to be able to do more. So I found this link that many of my friends have shared me. It's called 75 Actionable Items That White People Can Take to Combat Racism. So I'm going to link that down below. Beep, beep, beep. So I hope that you guys, everybody, even non-white people, but especially white people, because it's our duty to use our privilege to help the Black community, okay? So I hope you'll check out that link and try out some of those items. I'm going to start with the first item on the list, which is Google whether the police in my local community outfits police officers with body cams and right to advocate if they don't. That's an easy thing to do. I can do that easy peasy. So I'm going to make that my task for today, and I hope you will consider helping as well. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with my face. I think I'm just going to do eyes today because I'm lazy. And I don't really want to. That's life, isn't it? Okay. So my point number 2 today, my daily number 2, is look at my skin. It is so terrible. I've had a really terrible skin week this week, you guys. And do you know why? It's because I ate some Hershey's chocolate covered pretzels. My skin is breaking out and all inflamed because I deigned to eat some chocolate covered pretzels. But not just any chocolate covered pretzels, because I'm usually fine with chocolate covered pretzels. It's always Hershey's. And I noticed this like a couple years ago. I'm going to get started on my face because I keep forgetting. I noticed this a couple years ago. Like, I can't eat Hershey's chocolate. Like, I ate some Hershey's Kisses, and like, they were so, first of all, they're not really that good. Like, Hershey's chocolate is not good. But like 2 days later, my skin broke out and I was still eating them and it kept getting worse. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And then I stopped eating them and they went away. So obviously it's not a scientific experiment, so I can't tell you for sure if it really was the Hershey's Kisses that were making my skin break out. But I mean, I'm gonna tell you probably 9 chances out of 10, because this is a strange coincidence that I was eating Hershey's covered pretzels, and they made my skin break out. So just something to keep in mind. Like, if you suffer from breakouts like I do, and like, usually mine are hormonal, and I'm not, it's not part of my cycle right now. So I was like, what is wrong with my skin? And then I realized, because I've been trying so hard not to like lean, because I sit on my computer all day when I'm working. I usually lean on my hand like this while I'm working or reading, and I've been trying so hard not to do that, and it's still been breaking out like crazy. And like, even on this side, and I don't lean on that side because I use my right hand for my mouse. So I don't know. But I think it's the Hershey's Kisses. So, like, I'm trying to say, because I keep getting distracted, if you suffer from breakouts like I do, then think about what you started eating. Like, if you're having a really bad breakout all of a sudden, like, you might have started eating something different. And that might be causing inflammation or, causing breakouts or whatever. So, they always say, like, your diet has a huge influence on what you are, on like your skin. And you don't want to believe it because you want to eat all the good stuff. But that is the way of it. I think it is true. So think about what you're eating and think about how that might be affecting your skin. And like maybe like if you're someone like me who always suffers from breakouts, like try and track your breakouts. Like think about what you're eating, track your eating, and then track your breakouts and track your cycle if you're a woman, and see how those things affect your breakouts. And then you can sort of act accordingly and see if that can fix your skin. Now I say that, but like I don't do that. I should, but I'm lazy. But, you know, it sort of gets to a point where you're like 30 years old and you're like, God, I just want to get rid of these pimples. And you want to try. So I don't know what I'm going to do today, you guys. I haven't really even thought about it. I'm wearing yellow today. But I don't want to go like too yellow. Maybe I'll just go for my ColourPop Bare Essentials palette today. Do something a little simple. I'm like not inspired. I had like half an idea that I was going to follow a tutorial today, but I'm already having trouble talking and putting on makeup at the same time. So, I don't think I would have been able to handle following a tutorial as well as talking about my daily 8. So that's an idea for another video. Hooray. What color am I doing today? So let me talk about number 2 while I'm here. Oh yeah, you might have noticed I got new nails. But it's already kind of fading away. I used ColorStreet. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. I've got like 6 friends who are selling it. It's a multi-level management company. And yeah, I have feelings about multi-level management, mostly because it targets the sort of more vulnerable women in the community, like stay-at-home mothers, disabled women, people who stay at home or can't go out to do, you know, a full-time job, and also military spouses, because they have to give up their careers often to follow their husbands. So, and like they cost so much money. Like there was a whole thing about Lululemon. Was it Lululemon? No. What's that one? LuLaRoe. There's a whole thing about LuLaRoe a few years ago because LuLaRoe makes people buy like $6,000-$7,000 worth of merchandise, and then if they can't sell it, that's, you know, all that money they've spent is gone. So anyway, like I said, I feel a certain way about multi-level marketing, but you know, ColorStreet is not so bad. I've got a few friends selling it and they seem happy. They seem like they're having a good time. I myself would never join a multi-level marketing program, but that is just me. Anyway, so ColorStreet is a multi-level marketing company, but they sell these nail strips, and actually here I have some. They look like this. Nail strips. They're like 100% nail polish. They're like 95% dry, so all you have to do is like peel them off and stick them on. It's supposed to be pretty easy, but I didn't find it that easy personally. It was kind of hard to align it to my fingers. Like, I'm not really good at that. Especially with my left hand. So they say that you can, because like, I'll show you. It comes in these like strips like this. And then you can peel it off and you can use one half for one nail, the other half for the other nail. Or you can just use one or the other, because they're like different sizes kind of. And like different shapes on the bottom. So, but you're going to have like a little bit of extra left over, because once you put it on, you have to like, you know, pull off or file off the extra. So I tried doing that, and like I had lots of empty space on the sides of my nails, like especially on the ring finger. Like look at that. Can you see? So it's not like nail polish where you have that kind of flexibility and where you can like paint all over your finger and let it wash off later. So it's not like easy to apply, and I found it's supposed to be longer lasting, but for me it's not really. It's still like when I paint my nails, I have trouble with the tips coming off. So actually it's been a week since I applied these, and the tips are still kind of there. But then you have this ring finger that has been like kind of ripped off. So because it all comes off in a slice, when you put it on, it also comes off in a slice when you take it off. or when it like rips off. And another weird thing is that like when I run my fingers through my hair gets stuck underneath it. Like I don't know if I applied it weird or like what, but it did not look good. So I don't know, or it does not feel good, I should say. This is, you guys, I cannot multitask while doing this. Maybe I should film this video another way. This is ridiculous. I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing because I have to hold the mirror up so close to my freaking face because I'm half blind. Anyway, yeah, so that's not a pleasant feeling. And it's not, I don't know. They're also kind of expensive. They're like, I think at least $11, sometimes $13 depending on the strip. So, and you get 2 of them. So it's like you can have a week's worth. I mean, not a week's worth. Like 2 applications worth to put on your fingers. But to me, I don't think that's worth it because you can spend like $8 on a bottle of nail polish. Now, granted, these are 95% dry, so once you apply them, you need like a second and it's already dry. So you don't have to worry about like waiting for your nails to dry and worrying about ruining your nail polish and stuff like that. But it does need like 30 minutes to fully cure, they say. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it that 30 minutes. But I know people who are able to wear it for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like for me, this is a week. I'll probably leave it on for another week and then take it off. But we'll see. I mean, I think they have a lot of really great colors, and it's like a great way to do nail art without like going to a nail salon or like putting stickers on your nails or some shit like that. Oh, excuse me, some stuff like that. But I don't know if it's something I'll keep buying because I'm also not like a super nail person. I'm just kind of winging it here, you guys. I'm not even really paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh yeah, so I think I've said multiple times in my videos that I've been watching a lot of ghost shows, right? So I'm gonna try this. I found recently, so a little backstory, I don't watch cable television. We do not have cable in my house. We do not have like a live TV subscription or anything like that. We don't even have broadcast television, if I'm being totally honest. So I don't know what's on TV right now. Like the time I spent living in a hotel for 2 weeks last year was like the most boring time in my life because broadcast television is so freaking boring. Like they play the same things over and over and over again. Like I would watch HGTV and they just would play Property Brothers for like 8 hours straight. I'm like out of camera. Sorry, y'all. So, I mean, I'm not interested in having cable. And also, I hate commercials. So, I'm happy to pay. What do I pay for Hulu? Like $11 a month for Hulu without ads? Yeah. 100% worth it, by the way. Anyway, so I don't know what's on TV. And I didn't know that A&E has, actually, I kind of like this combo. I did not know that A&E has ghost shows. And did you know that the original Ghost Hunters show, which was like the first paranormal investigation show, at least the first one that I knew about, that was on, what was it on? No. Was it on Travel Channel or was it on Sci-Fi? Or was it on something else? I don't remember. But anyway, it's the original Ghost Hunters show with the original cast. But now the cast is like split. So the original cast is doing a new show called Ghost Nation. And one of the original investigators, Grant, he like quit or something like a couple years ago. And now he's like rebooted Ghost Hunters all on his own without Jay, who's doing Ghost Nation. Ooh, I'm like making this super muddy. Don't judge me, you guys. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. But anyway, so I didn't know this. I didn't know that there was Ghost Hunters back with Grant. And he has like a whole different crew, and he talks about his whole different crew, but they do it the same way. Like they used to. They would go in and they would try to debunk all the claims. And they would try to collect evidence and like do whatever the client requested them to do. And they would and then they would like do the whole evidence review and then bring it up to the client. Like, Ghost Nation doesn't do that. Neither does Ghost Adventures. So I should probably use my finger for this sparkle. Probably reapply a little bit. Yeah, so A&E actually has all those episodes for free. They're full episodes without ads on their YouTube channel, which is pretty cool, I think. So I discovered that. And they have another show called Paranormal State. And it's like kind of okay. Like, the guy feels like he's trying to be like Zach Bagans from Ghost Hunters. Or no, Ghost Adventures. You know, after a certain point, you start getting your ghost hunting shows mixed up. But yeah, I feel like he's taking himself a little too seriously. But it's still a ghost hunting show, which I like. So I'm going to keep watching it. How am I doing, you guys? Can you even see what I'm doing? How's it look? Like I have a black eye, kind of. Ah, this is funny. I've never done this before, you guys. I've never done a get ready with me before. So, we shall see how this turns out. Let me take my little blend-in brush. Where'd you go? There you are. Take some of the powder off there. So yeah, guys, if you like ghost hunting shows, and if you were a fan of the original Ghost Hunters, because I know for sure that I watched that show from beginning to end when I was living in Japan by myself in my little apartment in Yokohama, where I knew nobody and was like far away from anything interesting. I spent a lot of time watching Ghost Hunters, and I watched it from beginning to start, so I was a big fan. So if you're a fan of Ghost Hunters or ghost hunting shows, then go ahead and check out AE's YouTube channel. Is it AE? A-N-D? Whatever channel that is. As you can tell, I don't watch cable, so check that out and see how you like it. Where's my little fluffy brush? There you are. Just kind of buff this out a little bit to make it look like I don't have a black eye. Probably gonna clean it up with some concealer later. Okay. All right. So my next point is movies. What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point number 5 is movies. So, yeah. My husband and I have been making a concentrated effort to watch some more movies because he loves movies. I don't really. Like, I'm fine not watching movies. I kind of like going to the movie theater, but I also kind of don't because it's such a long time. And I'm, like, kind of a homebody. So, yeah, it's, ooh, you know what? Maybe I use this gold, like coppery, bronzy gold. See what happens with that. So, recently, we watched the movie Honey Boy, which is about Shia LaBeouf and his life growing up with his dad as his chaperone. So, it's, one of those movies that will make you kind of uncomfortable and like make you feel some kind of way, but it's actually a really good movie. Like, it's really short, and you can tell that it was like, because you may or may not know that Shia LaBeouf had to go to rehab for alcohol abuse because he had like 3 DUIs. 3 DIYs. He had 3 DUIs in like a row. And he got in big trouble. Ooh, I like this. I'm going to probably add something else to that. For that. And so he had to go to rehab. And it's kind of like his story about his recovery and like coming to terms with his childhood. And I think this movie was part of his recovery. So it's a really good movie. It's really interesting, and I highly recommend it. I guess maybe not highly, because like I said, I'm not like a movie person. But I think you will find that it's a good movie to watch if you like that sort of like family drama kind of movie. So yeah, if you are interested, check that out. It's free on Amazon right now. And another movie that my husband and I watched was the Disney Pixar movie Onward, which is such a cute movie. You know that Pixar knows how to do the feels, right? Like if you watched Inside Out, which I couldn't remember the English name for it because in Japanese they call it Inside Head, and I was like, what? But anyway, if you've seen Inside Out, then you'll know. They're so good at like really putting the feels out there. This is not really what I wanted. This is just getting worse and worse. The acting is good, the story is good, the characters are good, like just a little bit of, oh god. I'm totally ruining this. Well, maybe it's not too bad. Let's step back and assess the situation. Muddy. What do you guys think? What do you think? I can't see because my eyes are closed. Every now and then I have to go stand over there by that mirror because it's like right next to the window and it has better light. So I'll be right back. Yeah, you know what? It's not terrible. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm gonna call it a day on the eyes. Actually, maybe I'll put some liner on. What do you think about that? Yeah. Okay. So what was I talking about? I'm telling you guys, I am not a multitasker. Here we go. It's my liner brush. Onward. That's what I was talking about. So if you like feel good family drama and adventure with a little bit of magic, then you will definitely love Onward. It's so cute. The characters are good. It has Chris Pratt and Tom Holland as doing vocals. So you can't go wrong with that combo. And it's a lot of fun. Ooh. This is the way I like to line my eyes because ain't nobody got time to mess up with freaking liquid eyeliner. Like, I don't have time for that. Maybe you do. Yeah. So, what's my next point? Tips for making your writing better. So, I read a book last week called Zara Prophecy, or Zara, I think it's called Zara Prophecy. Zerah. And this is not like a outright review. I already did my book reads review of it, so. And it was just kind of an okay book. It's a young adult book, written in first person and present tense, which I'm never a fan of, if I'm being completely honest. I don't like books written in present tense. I feel like they're jarring. And first person is so limited. And this particular book was like, it attempted to be something very complex. And with a first person limited perspective, that's a very tricky thing to do. There's only so much that you can accomplish with just one character's perspective in a very complex storyline like that. So I think the author actually limited herself in that respect. So, well, I guess I have 2 tips for you today because I hadn't planned on bringing that part up, but God, I have a lot of glitter all over my face. I guess I'm gonna have to do a full face. I finished my lining, right? Yes, I did. Yeah. So I guess my first tip for you is know the limits of the perspective you're writing and change it if you need to. Don't limit yourself just because you like one particular perspective or because you think, you know, this perspective will be more mysterious, because sometimes mysterious is not good. Sometimes mysterious is just downright confusing, which was the case of this book. So I don't know why I picked up this brush. Oh my word, you guys. I'm going to do a little under eye though. Glitter everywhere. Oh, I was going to do the inner corner, I think. That's why I picked up that brush. But that's not the inner corner brush, so I don't know why. Anywho. Yeah. So that's my first tip for you when writing a novel. My second tip is something I learned in high school, actually, from one of my AP English teachers. Thanks, Miss Newbar. If you can write something in less words than do. So, for example, you want to use, or to be more specific, you want to use less words that can express your point more succinctly than just using like adverbs or something. So for example, if you want to say, she said angrily, that's just kind of boring language. It's not very interesting, and it's cliche. What you want to say instead is like, she scoffed, or she roared, right? You want to use more descriptive verbs instead of adverbs and verb combinations. There are lots of ways to improve your writing, but that's kind of one that I found could have been really useful in this particular book, the Zara Prophecy book, because I mean, it was a young adult book, and maybe it was directed towards teenagers, but I think even young adult books can have good, complex, beautiful writing. And I think that's kind of important if you're writing even for young adults. So think of that tip, and always, 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 always have several people beta read your books before you publish them, because there are so many indie published books that I read that I'm just like, oh, if somebody had just read this for them before they published it, or if they had used a good beta reader, they could have avoided this problem that, is so easily avoidable. So those are my tips for you as a writer, personally, and as a reader, and as someone who is interested in that sort of thing. Okay, so that is my last tip for making your writing better. The last thing that I'm going to talk about today, because I finished my eyes, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of face because I need to cover up my pimples. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm working from home. So, I mean, it's not imperative, but I kind of want to anyway. So, anyway, my last point is that I worked on my novel recently. I have been doing a lot of writing, not a lot of writing, but like I've been making a concentrated effort to go in and work on my novel for at least like maybe 15 or 20 minutes every day. Maybe not on weekends, because I don't really make a concentrated effort to do anything on weekends except go to the grocery store. But I've been trying a little harder to work on my novel. I know I said that I was at an impasse the other day, but I passed that impasse and have sort of found a new way to go. And I have been making some good progress. So I'm on chapter 10. I'm editing my novel, so I guess I should preface that I have finished writing my novel. But since starting it, I have changed ideas like several thousand times. So now I am editing it back, or not back, but editing it into something I want it more to be. It's taken a while, but that is the way of things. Oh, I'm gonna cover all these icky bickies. So originally I wrote 31 chapters. But I have since split some of the early chapters into 2 different chapters. So it is a little longer probably. But I think I have plans to delete some chapters or like shorten others. So combine others. Just blend this out. So hopefully It won't be too long. I do hope to publish it one day, maybe. I don't know. It's my first novel, so I don't feel like it's particularly good. But I have been working on it for like 10 years, so I do kind of want it to like actually come to fruition. I want something to come of it. I'll at least have people beta read it and tell me what they think and how I can improve it, make it better. And such like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna keep trying to write. Keep trying to improve my craft and keep reading different genres and different authors and taking note of things that I've found work and don't work. And of course, every author is different. So every, book is different. Every writing style is different. So what one author does probably won't necessarily work for me, but I can try at least and see how it goes and just observe and learn. That's what being a writer is all about. Ooh, my poor skin. So unhappy. All right, guys. So those were my points, my daily 7 for today. So I think I'm gonna, did I put the wrong one on? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna finish my makeup on camera. I'll let you watch that if you want to. I'll fast forward through it so you can have a good time. But otherwise, that's it for today. See you next time. the lipstick. It's not gonna last anyway. I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't matter. But I thought I would try putting on some lipstick because I don't usually. Maybe it's a little much. I don't know. I feel weird about lipstick. But anyway, that's it for my video today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me talk and watching me get confused about the things that I want to say and how to say it, and also multitasking and all those things. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Dahlia. Bye.